Nigerian children and women on this auspicious day. Mr. President, I looked at the content of the motion and especially the prayers, which are quite apt and very necessary for us to move as a nation. But Mr. President, having said this, I want also say that I'm disappointed with the position of especially the women in this Senate, because as mothers, Mr. President, I expect the women, especially of this Senate, to stand up shoulder to shoulder with women in Zamfara State. Mr. President, my leader and colleague, Senator Konkoso, spoke about the ugly incidents of a day before yesterday where a commissioner's wife and her 6 children were kidnapped in their house, in their village, and 3 days into the journey, nobody knows where she is now. This catches the attention of the media and everybody because it is a commissioner's wife. But the issue of kidnapping is a daily thing in Zamfara State today, and there is an estimated 5,000 victims of rape. And we have said it in this chamber, but up till now, the women of this chamber did not stand up to say that enough is enough of this very bad incident. Whereas in the 6th Assembly, when my colleague and my leader, Senator Yerima, fulfilled one of his religious rights by marrying a lady with the consent of her parents, almost the whole of this chamber was put upside down, that he married an underage, which is nobody's business at any rate, because her parents consented to the marriage. And Yerima is a Muslim, and he married the girl according to the Muslim rites. But so much noise was made in this country to the extent that women staged a protest on the streets of Abuja. Mr. President, today, their sisters are going through hell in Zamfara. Most of them victims of rape, like I said. There is an estimated 5,000 people killed in Zamfara. And these 5,000 people, with an average of 2 wives, which most of them possesses much more than 2 wives, there are about 10,000 widows as we speak today in Zamfara State. And if you take a conservative estimate of 4 children per family, Mr. President, we are talking of 20,000 orphans in Zamfara State today. And unfortunately, because it is not our culture to concentrate people in concentration camps or IDPs like some people would want to call it, nobody seems to pay attention to this catastrophe happening in our state. Mr. President, while I congratulate the women, but I want to see, no, I'm congratulating you for moving this motion because you are the mothers of the children. But unfortunately, you are selective on who you call your own children. Yes, today you are talking of child's rights. What we are talking in Zamfara is child survival. We are talking of child's survival. And I want to see you standing up with us to say that the children of the Zamfara State people have the right to survive. Because what we are talking there is not about schooling. It's not about, it's basic need of life, the right to life, then to food. There is serious humanitarian crisis as I speak today, because these 20,000 children, 10,000 were widows, more than 5,000 rape victims. Mr. President, even the government of Zamfara State, to be fair to them, they cannot cater for all of them. And nobody is giving attention to it. Why? Because we have not taken the cue of concentrating these people in our state capital, causing chaos, causing problems to everybody. Mr. President, like I said, I want to commend the Nigerian children and their mothers, but I want to know the fathers are being killed. Yes, while the women are left to cater for themselves. Mr. President, I want to call on especially the Senate women, ladies in the Senate, to stand up and be counted, because the crisis in Zamfara is affecting women. And unless if they are saying, like a colleague said, in animal farms, some are more equal than others, then we, the people of Zamfara State, want to see an equivalent commitment like we have seen in the Northeast. We are not surprised if the senators from Northeast are not supporting us, because we know their own problem has been solved, and largely by the people of Northwest. We created a commission for them. Yes, we listened to their problems, we did everything, but when it is our turn now for them to reciprocate, the Senate leader is looking at me. I don't know, he might want to sanction me next time. But fact of the matter is, you have not done enough, and I want the Senate leader to queue behind the women of this chamber in seeing that justice is done to the children of Zamfara State and to the women of Zamfara State and Northwest. But look, they don't have any problem with. They should not. This is the time for them to stand up and speak. And